Hello folks, it's me George here for a other public opinion video. So this time I wanted to talk about this situation. Rekha Petel is a school teacher in England that basically was evicted from her home because of a payment, a legal bill payment over 70 grand. It was a long battle. Right here, this one right here is an article, right? Glossopdale teacher evicted from Simney home after lengthy legal battle. And it goes into detail talking about a home that's over like 297 years old, almost 300 years old home. And she had over 70,000 pounds of legal bills that wasn't paid. And it took about 4 hours to repossess it. And there were over 20 people there to try to support her. I mean, I feel bad for people that have to go through this, but this is the law they have there in England. Much different from here in the U.S. because here in the U.S. it's very hard to force unless you go to court and then it's a court order. They could just take it out of your account, period. They don't have to go, rush into your house, breaking into your house to take goods or your car or whatever it is, like they do in England. It's totally different. But to go through this, I read the article here about this. I remember seeing the video, the YouTube video on this. There's another one here from the Daily Mail. Teacher is evicted by bailiffs after building row with her neighbors ended in court case and a 72,000 pound legal bill. Rekha, sorry, I mispronounced your first name. Petal, 43, kicked out of her home over a 72,000 pound court case bill. She had a dispute with her neighbor after removing stones from the roof. The court held stones were a key feature and should have not been taken. Miss Petel paid 17,000 pounds but refused to pay the rest of the cost and damages. And that's her. And I remember seeing it. I like how the picture right here, I belong to Miss Petel, that they spray painted over that. I thought that was kind of interesting. And then they have right here the eviction notice picture that authorizes Miss Petel's home to be taken from her. It's a high court writ possession. And for those who don't know, I do know about high court writs in England. A high court enforcement officer basically enforces it. So basically how it goes is this. If you go in England, you go to the county court, and if you have a dispute, you fight it. If you lose, basically, if it's like a monetary amount, you have to pay the person that you owe, that the judge has ordered to. If for some reason the other person does not pay the other person the money, that one person could go to the one that supposed to receive the money, could go to the high court and say, look, I won this court dispute at the county court. I can't get the money from the other person or the business, depending on who it is. I need a high court writ. They evaluate it. The other party could be there. If for some reason they're not there at the time where they ask for the court date, it goes automatically to the other side. So the person that the money is owed. Once it's ruled on their favor, they would then the judge will write out a high court writ of possession, which gives her the ability to get the money by going to a high court enforcement officer. So there are several companies out there that are licensed. They're only a certain amount. I think they're like 8 different ones. They only have a limited, that they only limit to a certain amount. And they get the writs, and then they go out and collect the money. So if there's money owed, it has to be more than $600 owed, and it has to be up to 6 years, and has to be active, has to be live. And they don't have to even let the other side know when that they're going to come. They could come at any time, any day. If it's a business, they could go in by any means way. They could go in by force. They could go in unannounced. Security cannot stop them. Not even the police could tell them they have to leave. If they got high court writ, they have to assist them. And if the high court enforcement officers are being that they're prevented from doing their job, the police could then arrest whoever it is. And that goes the same thing with residential. With residential, they have to only force in peacefully, or they can use force if needed with a not only a high court writ possession, but also a warrant, and then they could go in forcefully. Now, in this situation, you can see here a high court writ of possession right here. It has the address, the date, the person that they're supposed to go to. That's all they need. They don't need nothing else. They don't need a warrant. When you have a high court writ, that's it. There are people out there that think it's otherwise different. There were some forums in here that they were talking about. There's this one video, Chrissy Morris arrested obstructed fake bailiff. It's not a fake bailiff, they're high court enforcement officers. And he gets arrested because he was basically sitting there telling, well, where's the warrant? Where's the warrant? And they go, this is a high court writ. This is a paper of a warrant for them to forcibly go in. These are digital warrants. They don't need stamps. They don't need signatures. It's done differently. I already looked into this. Just like right here, down here. It is fair to say that he has significantly difficulty grasping the following. That the warrant is addressed to the enforcement agent bailiff and is not for him to see, which is correct, because he kept on saying in the video, this is, I want to see it. No, you can't. You're not the person. Then it said that a warrant does not needed a wet ink signature, which is true because they have digital warrants. They don't always have to, warrants don't always have to have wet ink signatures. I've had people tell me, oh, it's in the, what's it called, act. They keep on referring to this one act in England in 1689 or something. I don't know. They kept on saying, yeah, it's wet ink signature. It says that in there, and I read it, and it isn't. Whatever. Then it also states here that a warrant does not require a person's signature from a judge. True, not all of them do. Some do and some don't. In this situation, they don't. That a warrant is not a fraudulent instrument. Yes, because he kept on saying that. Chrissy kept on saying that. It was the officer, the sergeant here, just got frustrated. And I'm not going to play because I don't want Chrissy, saying copyright infringement. I'm not going to deal with that. I'll leave the link in the comments down below so you could click on it and see for yourself. This is from the Consumer Action Group .co.uk, talking about it. Here's the other pages also talking about it. They were also talking about what was it? They decided to close it, on the 23rd, which is kind of interesting. Today's the 26th. I don't know why would they do that, but I thought that was kind of interesting. Let's see. Oh yeah, here is the attachment, the solutions. This was, here it is. Opinion on the roof and other works. This is an interesting document on the actual legal dispute. See that Party Wall Act of 1996. I hear it all the time from people that say act is not a law, and then they say, well, this is the law, and the act says, they use the law to their own ability for whatever their whim. I don't like that. But if you look through this, it's an interesting read. I'll leave the link to this as well. There's also this one right here, Bailiff versus Teacher, 1 through 3. I'm going to leave the link for 3, but you'll be able to find the other links for the other parts. But this is the last part where they break down this part of the door. They didn't break the window. That was, they believe it might have been someone else. And I remember looking through the others. There are a few other videos on this incident. But they finally get through, and they make it difficult to do their job, and then this guy right here, where is it? They have the picture. Yeah, this guy right here. Let me see if I could find. Yeah, I want to say something about this guy. This guy, his name is Chrissy Morris. He basically, what he did was, I saw the comments in here. I just couldn't believe it. I had to make a comment in here also as well. But someone in here did something that really pisses me off. And this is the lengths of what these people would do. Is it this one? Yeah, this is it. Carl Grocock. I know, that's a funny name. Someone commented on his name, and I kind of agreed. I was like, what the hell? But this guy, he says blackmailer, and then it says Carl Grocock was arrested on December 1st, 2009 after police caught him trying to pick up a bag containing 1,100 pounds. Yes, I did research and found out about this. Now, here's my question. We don't know if this is the Carl Grocock or it's someone else. I'm still waiting to find out about this story. He's worked for the High Court Enforcement company for the last 2.5 years, and then before that he worked for this other security company for 5.5 years. And at that time, if this happened, he would have been fired. And it was him and someone else, they said, his partner. He wasn't fired, so I think this is not the guy. But they dug up his information, and what this douchebag Chrissy Morris did is he took that information, called the human resource company for what he worked, and said, you know what he did in the past. You got a guy who's a blackmailer, and he's done this and that. I hate that. Okay, you don't see others doing this. He is with a group called Beat the Bailiffs. These people are scum. All right. What they do is provide false hope. They still get their houses evicted. They still have a lot of people paying their parking tickets and bills that they owe. And they try to gain sympathy. Now, I understand they're trying to find a way to help fight the system, and I don't have a problem with that. But the way they're doing it, going around the back and being that sneaky and have someone lose their job or lose their life, they don't know what they've done in the past. They could have changed. They could be a different person. I say that for everybody. But when I see people do tactics in different situations like this, folks, I'm sorry. That's crossing the line. And I've seen a lot of his videos and how annoying he is when he calls and tries to annoy bailiffs, government offices, companies, and sit there spit out laws that he's not. He just has notes and he has some idea of what the laws are, but he doesn't know how to utilize it. So he's thinking that if he says all these things, these laws and acts, and he's trying to confuse the hell out of these people, he's hoping that they will just be confused enough and feel dumb, and then he will feel better and think that, oh, I won and they've lost. If you see this guy, folks, if you know this guy, stay away from him. Stay away from this organization, Beat the Bailiffs, Get Out of Debt Free, and all these other ones. Okay? They have a track record of losing time after time. They use sympathy. They try to make money from this. How? By telling people, give us the money, we will get you people to help you, and this is what we'll do for you. All right? I don't like this. I don't like them. I wish they would just go away. They hurt people. They don't help them. They just do more damage. I'm not the only person saying this. There are others on YouTube saying this. I'm giving my opinion. I just get tired of people like them. And not only that, you should see the comments. You know, they won't leave people like me alone. I don't know if it was in here or it was one of his other videos. It was a few other videos, a couple of videos. I got harassed by people of his fanboys harassing me. But if you get a chance, look at these videos, look at these articles right here. I will leave the links. I got this from the Quats Loose forum because I remember hearing about this and I found the link and then they were talking about it. And I just feel bad for her, you know, for her and her family. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, you can't just sit there and say, well, I'm not going to pay the remaining balance. You could have worked it out. You know, she got bad advice. This is, people only get to that point, it's because they try to ignore it. They think if they ignore their issues, it would go away. The only time I would ignore them, if I did talk to them and try to work things out, and knowing that nothing can be done or taken to court or anything, that's different. But here, she knew that she was going to court. She knew that she still had to pay for it. You know? So, I feel bad. I wish her luck, you know, in the future, but I wish she didn't listen to these people. You know? It's a lost cause. You know? Let's see, yeah, here it is. For a while, their website was down and you couldn't get to it. All right, it's back up. All right, so it's, look at Mackenzie Friends. That didn't work out for Tom, Crawford, did he, with Michael Sarkeesian? Did it? No, didn't work for him. Look at this. Look at this. Mackenzie friend. That didn't help a lot of people, did it? No. No, community responses, litigations in person. Look at this. Do you require legal advice but don't want to pay solicitor's fees? Then you need... No. I'd rather pay, 250, 500, 1,000, whatever, to get things done right, and I'd rather have someone like him, like a lawyer, not these fools. They have like I said, a track record being wrong. Look at all this crap. I'm telling you, stay away from these people. These people and the get out. Oh, get out of debt. Yeah. This is the other website. It's a pretty big one, but get out of this website too as well. I'm telling you, track record of losing homes left and right. I'm telling you, folks, don't pay attention to these people. All right? I know what I'm talking about. Because of these people, this is what happened. All right? This is what happened because of these people. So, this forum has a lot of other interesting information. A lot of this right here, sovereign citizens redemption scans in the UK section. All right here, you could see here. Jimmy WX11, another fraudster. He's a fanboy. Peter of England, We Are Bank. That's the biggest bunch of fraud, made up money. Guy Taylor, the Magna Carta man, or free man. He says he's not a free man anymore. I know he still is. I know he'll say, prove it. I'll prove it one day. Losing Your Home, Crawford style, Mark Ceylon handling, the stupid organization that he represents. Nalu Berry, and that's another one right here. Here we go, Beat the Bailiffs. Timeline, Crawford's three-frame chase. Chrissy Morris. Here he is. They're talking about him. He's another idiot. Ceylon UK top goofer, nothing. Yeah. Britsov says, yeah, this crap, this Freeman and Sovereign here in the U.S. is they get that stupid idea. Michael Wag or Bersinia. This guy is that free man that cost Tom Crawford his home. So did Guy Taylor. So did Mark Ceylon. So did so-called lawyer. He's not even really a lawyer. Forgot his name now. Was someone else. Also lost his own home as well. You could go down here, look, a lot of information in here. These people are very fair from what I've seen here. They don't attack people. They really talk about information and facts and stuff like that. Really interesting forum. Really is. So anyways, so I'm going to leave all these links here down below. Tell me what you think. I'm going to do another video coming up talking about Tom Crawford. And just to let you know, Tom Crawford anniversary, July 2nd, from a year ago. It's a week from Saturday. Get ready, because I believe something's going to happen that day. I believe so. Anyways, that's all I have for now, folks. Take care. Peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.